It's the third Sappy hour, and I feel like it's third time's the charm. Um, Thanks for everybody. I already see a stream of hearts, which I appreciate every single one. Uh, Hello, hey girly. Oh, you might be not a girl. Hey, what's up, dude? Uh, all the high fives, everything. Quarantine. Here we go. Let's do this. Oh, thanks. I put on makeup. I put on makeup for you guys so as not to completely disappoint. Okay, here we go. It's chat roulette, and I'm going and I'm stopping. And oh shoot, I keep clicking the wrong. Oh, wait. That didn't go well. Let's see. Go live with, oh, I landed on my sister. I gotta do that again. Although I do appreciate you trying to call me sister. Oh, oh, that's good. We got it. First rejection of the night. I hope it's not the last. Okay. Okay. This looks promising. River Ripley.
Hi, shit. Oh, crap. I did not.
Oh, no.
Hi.
Hi.
It's, I talked with you the first one. Hi.
Oh, shit.
I didn't think you would answer. I was quickly throwing on makeup.
You know what? I must have been drawn to your name again.
Oh, this is a different account. I'm on a different account.
Oh,
Sorry.
stacking the decks. No worries.
Hi.
Hi, are you good?
I'm something. I'm something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a whirlwind month. Literally the day after I talked to you, yeah. I had to like quickly leave my apartment.
Why?
And it was infested with mold.
Oh.
And now I'm kind of like in the middle of like an attorney situation with my landlords because they're being kind of sketchy and all of that. I can't really talk about the details.
No.
But yeah, so it's been a crazy month.
Speaking of mold, I've been bleaching a lot of mold the past week or so.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it is not great.
Are you like close enough to the coast where it's an issue? Because that's kind of, I think that's a big part of what the issue is for me.
No, what it is I'm doing some home reno for a family member, and it's a hefty job.
Okay.
So, yeah. Wait, someone said don't bleach it?
Yeah,
I've been bleaching it to kill it and then cleaning it with dish soap.
Yeah, the mold issues are pretty gnarly. Like you want to do a remediation company if it's like mildew, that's not a big deal, I don't think. But if it's like mold, it can be pretty toxic and gnarly.
That would account for this. This cough.
Google it. Maybe call a professional. Well, I don't know.
Well, I did Google it, and then so I thought, I thought it was a conspiracy when everyone was saying you got to call a mold expert. I was like, no, because that's just that mold removal lobby working their magic again, and just trying to make sure that they get paid. But well, shit.
I think it's kind of it's the professional thing is probably the way to go. So. But
well, it's nice that we had a similar week, or we involving mold, involving very, very toxic matter.
Yeah. Well, the good news is I don't want to be a downer. I got a new place and I move in on Saturday, and it's gorgeous.
Perfect.
I'm really
great. So you upgraded?
Upgrade for sure. Yeah.
Well, that's wonderful.
It's like a little hippie commune. The guy, I don't know if you've ever seen Baby Mama with Amy Poehler.
Oh yeah, of course.
So the new landlord is like Steve Martin's character.
Yeah.
He walked up to me and he goes, "Are you Rachel?" And I'm like, "Yes, that's me." And he's like, I knew you were the one when I first heard your voice on the phone. Would you
Yes.
like to see your new place?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's pretty happy ending, I guess.
Good. So a sort of tech mystical shaman said you're the one.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, I'm glad everything's good.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good. I've just been doing manual labor for days and days, which I love. So I have band-aids and I'm covered in paint but it's really great. Yeah,
Nice.
this is my favorite thing to do. I used to sometimes people would ask like in interviews or whatever, oh, do you have a hobby? And the truth was at that time I did not. And I I felt really stupid for being like, no, I don't have a hobby. Like what does like drinking with my friends, does that include a hobby? And I wouldn't classify that as a hobby. I'm not like I don't collect stamps. You know what I mean? So but now I legitimately have a hobby, which is home reno. And I'm
Do
just
you do you
HGTV
like
if you're
doing the
watching.
power tools part the most, or?
There's a certain level of paranoia I have around power tools. Like I'm not going to work with a saw. I'm not going to work with things that could like ruin the money makers. No, so, no. So that's kind of where I draw the line. But mostly, yeah. It's so. I find it so nice because it's kind of the one time when I'm not thinking at all. Just like just doing something. Same thing with like exercise. It's the one time that's just finally not a vicious loop. So,
Yeah.
uh, well, good. Well, I'm glad to see you again. I might just, not that I don't want to talk to you forever, but I might keep keep the ball rolling so I can talk
Yeah,
to
totally.
the new.
Can I ask you one quick question?
Yeah, sure.
You mentioned the first couple of times that you are very nervous to do these. Are you still nervous?
I'm less nervous, honestly, but I think that it has something to do with the fact that I've been, like I said, doing like 15-hour days of construction. So I think that just my body is exhausted, and therefore my mind is also happily too tired to be nervous.
Yay!
So I'm
Awesome.
in,
Well,
yeah, nice to talk to you again.
yeah, you too.
What a
Lovely to
treat.
chat. I
Yeah.
didn't expect that you would pick me, but
Well,
have a
I
lovely.
really like that name. It's a great. Consider sticking with that name too.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I hope you have a great night. Awesome
Yeah,
to
you
chat.
too. All
All
right.
right.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh yeah. Well, what do you know? Kismet. Okay. All right. I'm checking in here. I'm gonna try again. I'm going. Oh, how about Ollie? Ollie XOXO. Hey, Brazil.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, this is so weird. You really picked me.
What's going on, Ollie? Is your name Ollie or is that a
No,
CM?
it's like a stage name. Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah. Actually, I did have a question for you because I'm a musician and I'm
Yeah.
trying to write a song, right? But have you ever done songs where you just like use like two tracks, like very simple songs, like
Mhm.
one guitar track and then a vocal track? How do you make
Yes.
like very simple, like Jeff Buckley, Hallelujah, something like that. Just guitar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm very nervous.
Great. Wait, so no. So your question is, have I ever done it? And are you asking like, should you be doing it or what's I
Yeah,
want to know how it pertains to you and your art is what I
right.
want.
So I'm trying to make this very simple, very what's it, minimalistic, I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm just having trouble to, I don't know, making it work. Like double everything and it sound big using
I
like,
know.
you know?
I know it's like it's such a conundrum sometimes
Right,
because sort of like sometimes the more you add, the
right,
less impact.
exactly.
And also it's hard to be like a an objective whatever or like helpfully subjective uh, listener to your own
Right.
music. There's always like just the ego stuff involved and like shame and like exhilaration and all that stuff. So um, I philosophically, I think that people are gonna get tired of loop music or like 4-bar loop music, and so I think that it's kind of a really exciting time to just be like, even warts and all, like some of the stuff. Usually what happens too is like, you know, you're seeing, say are you performing it like live, like guitar and voice, or
Yeah,
tracking a guitar and then tracking a
I used to just do it like you said, like typical track kind of thing where you just use loops and you just sing over it. But I'm kind of tired of that. I just want to make it like a stripped down version, like Troubadour kind of thing.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm trying to totally go in that direction. But I just can't seem to make it work. I
Is
don't know.
it
Yeah.
is it are you a guitar player, or what's your instrument?
Yeah, it's mainly guitar, but
I mean, well, like, do you ever just track it live? Where it's like, okay, I got my voice and I got my guitar and we're just gonna do it all together? Or do you usually
I
track the
have,
guitar
yeah,
and then
to do
sing
like
over
the
it?
and sing over it, but
Mm-hmm.
no,
To a
maybe
click track?
I'm sorry.
To a click track?
Yeah, to a click track,
Yeah.
which is kind of hard because I'm not that great of a guitar player. So, but I'm getting.
It doesn't matter how good you are.
Or
It matters what you have to say. Period. It matters that you have a voice. And that you're the most yourself you can possibly be. Like,
right.
you don't need to be a virtuoso. And I'm also sure that you're probably selling yourself short. As
That's a good way to put it.
so, um, you know, and you're recording yourself mostly, and you're like,
Because I'm on a budget, so
uh,
yeah. So usually I'm just plugging my phone because I'm gonna run out of battery. But yeah,
yeah. Well,
yeah, usually myself.
you
So
know, I recently I found a box of like 4-track cassettes that I used to make in high school. Like, I know this is probably super Jurassic, but like a 4-track, a tape 4-track where you press
yeah,
record and play, and
also
then you do it again. And there's something vibey about it. It's like the mistakes are vibey. A lot of times the things that you think like, oh shit, that note, I didn't hit it right, or that's weird, or whatever, that ends up being the thing that people are like, wow, you broke my heart with that.
yeah,
You
like
know,
kind
so
of.
like, fuck perfection, just play. And if you have something, which I'm sure you do, great to say and meaningful and powerful, if you do it with just a voice and a guitar, however simple, however stripped down, it's gonna translate. It just is. Like,
Right.
think about a lot of music that you actually like, and
Yeah.
it's like you forgive other people for things that you don't forgive yourself for.
Well, that's a really good way to put it. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
kind of back to, like old Bob Dylan records or Leonard Cohen. They're kind of
The
my
best.
idol. Yeah.
Impeccable songs, like perfect fucking songs.
Mm-hmm.
And that, like, if a song is great, it can be warts and all. It can be, a little out of tune. It can be whatever. The tempo can go up and down. You fluctuate when you get really into it. And and that's the stuff that we love about music. And somehow we forget when we're doing it ourselves, and we think it has to be perfect. And
Right.
I don't
Almost
know.
kind of robotic.
It's an interesting thing. I feel like we're kind of, there was a big period of time where it's just like a producer's game, and like, can you
Yeah.
make facts and da da da. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm just like delusional or this is self-serving or anything like that, but I kind of feel like people are excited to hear just people playing. Just play. Just write great songs and play. Like,
Yeah. Word.
yeah, that's the vibe. Where are
Yeah.
you?
I'm from Costa Rica, actually.
Are you in Costa Rica right now? Or are you
Yeah,
in?
I'm in total lockdown. Yeah, which I'm going kind of crazy, but yeah. And yes, I'm in Costa Rica in a place called Cartago. Cartago.
Hmm. I've never been to Costa Rica.
You should totally tour
I
here.
would love to
People
come.
love you.
Really?
Well, do you want me to be totally honest? When I was
Yeah,
in
I'm
when
sure there aren't that many people, but
right. The thing is, when I was in college, I went to film school, but then I dropped out because I just fucking hated it. I'm not kind of, it's not my thing. But
Mhm.
anyway, I get into St. Vincent when I put out the St. Vincent subtitle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I used to play it for all of my friends, and they fucking hated it because they were into, this kind of, because they were all
No,
in
it's
this.
great.
Oh, I love the record, but they were into this dancehall, trap, whatever. And your
Yeah.
music is so, or for me at least, that record is so, I don't know, touching. Um,
Thanks.
so they hated it at first, but now everybody fucking loves it.
So great. It's an honor to be hated.
Mm,
It's an honor to be hated in a certain way because it means that you got under somebody's skin or whatever, and
yeah, you had a reaction.
yeah, they had a reaction. It's like I remember being 13, 14, 15, 16, whatever, and some of the stuff that when I first listened to it, I hated it, and I was scared of it, and I hated it, and then it became my favorite stuff. Which I'm not saying that that's what happened with
No, I
you,
get you.
your friends, but like that, man, that's so much better than being like, yeah, I like it. Yeah, it's
Totally.
good.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh God,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
So what are you drinking?
wine, trying to calm myself down.
Are you
Some
nervous?
stuff. Yeah, I'm totally nervous.
You're nervous? Oh, not about this, but I mean in general, are you nervous?
Oh yeah, actually I have agoraphobia. Well,
Oh,
yeah, and this fucking quarantine and lockdown kind of made it worse. So
did it make it worse? I thought it might be sort of. You would think it's sort of like a you're.
because I'm in lockdown and I don't go out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good part, but
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know. It's just I don't know. Fuck it. Let's get dark a little bit. I'm trying to wing off pills because I'm taking Xanax and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just fucking hate having to rely on pills to make myself calm and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I don't even know where I'm going. I'm just going
No,
everywhere.
I know, and benzos are a tricky thing
So
because I mean benzos are crazy hard to get off of and like wean
like
yourself off of.
like the rebound anxiety that you get when you stop, it's fucking awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, even same with like drinking. I was just having this conversation where well, I mean, what happens is your brain, if your brain gets used to something, and then when it doesn't have it, it goes, "What the fuck? You've been you've been giving me this thing. What did I do wrong?
Mhm.
You know?" And so
Totally.
that period
Yeah.
of time doing of sort of getting back to equilibrium is a rough one. Uh-oh. Oh no. Can you guys still see me? Are we, what's, are you back, Ollie?
It's my connection.
Okay, you're
Oh,
back. So you, yeah, I
I think
lost
it
you
might
for
be
a
my
second there.
connection. I have a bad internet. Yeah,
Yeah,
check again.
feel you. Yeah, no, just, I feel you. It's it's a, it's a, it's a, it's just a tricky thing. It's a tricky little cycle to kind of get out of.
Yeah.
Um,
Actually, I have another question, if you don't mind.
uh-huh.
Like, have you ever been through like writer's block, and how do you get yourself out of that thing? Like,
I think writer's block, like in my experience, it isn't that you can't write.
mm-hmm.
It's not that you're writing nothing. It's that you don't like what you're writing. Um, so,
Exactly.
but like sometimes you just have to step away from it completely. Um, but also, oh no, we've got a little internet issues. I wonder if you can still hear me, and so maybe when oh, okay, you're back. Um, yeah, writer's block. Uh, find different ways to do the thing that you want to do. Like if you're sitting with a
I can kind
guitar
of
and
hear.
you're singing, and am I? Yeah, we got. Uh, okay, you guys can hear me. I wonder if Ollie can. Well, I'll.
Jeez, dude.
Oh, okay, this is better. Um, but for everybody else,
Yeah, we're back.
if you have
We're back.
thoughts about this,
I
so
think.
um, so yeah, writer's block is not that you're writing nothing; it's that you don't like what you're writing, and um, I would say find new ways to do the thing that you do. Like if you're sitting there and you're like trying to play good chords on a guitar, and then you're like, ah, fuck, I'm going to the same places, and this is whatever. Pick up a totally different
Right.
instrument, or come about it from different ways. I don't know, take a piece of text that already exists and then put that to music. And it doesn't, even if that thing isn't the thing that you end up, that ends up being so exciting to you,
At least you
at
did something.
least you're generative. It's just important to be generative and find new ways uh, to be making things. You just grab, and like I remember not that long ago, I was like, I I had a car where you guys have this thing where like you plug your phone into your car, and then weirdly it just plays whatever is alphabetically um, it's alphabetical. So for a long time uh, it was like either About to Die by the Dirty Projectors, or it was A Lot by 21 Savage. And I was just like, I checked out that song, that A Lot song, and I was like, I like this song. And then I just went and sort of like took some of the concepts in it, um, and just made a thing that was in some ways inspired by uh, like, oh cool, I like this tempo. I'm gonna do something at this tempo. And then, I'm gonna do something with that kind of starts with a voices thing. And then you're a creative, so it's gonna wherever you start with whatever the impetus of the idea is, it's going to end up somewhere completely different. But just to even start from a place where you kind of already have this existing framework, and then just
Work from there.
yeah,
That's
just
great.
yeah, there's a lot of ways to get around it. And really, when writer's block is so much about like reckoning with the self and the ego and
Mm.
shame.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, can I ask? Well, I actually
Yeah.
know you're working in new music, but
Yeah.
do you have like any plans to maybe release, I don't know, singles?
I gotta figure that out. I mean, I have so much new music, so it's hard to figure out exactly what is the thing. What is the thing to release? I mean, I would love to just like put it out because how fun, you know? But oh fuck, god damn it! Here we go. But yeah, yeah, I'm gonna figure out sort of like how, who, what, when, where, etc. So I'll figure it out. But you'll get through it. You'll get through the writer's block situation, and that's a part of it. It's all part of the process. The process is exhilarating and fucking terrible. You're like, I'm a genius. And then it's like, how have I ever existed on Earth without being, you know, mauled by a tiger? I don't know why. Oh, Tiger King. That's probably why. Was my first go-to gory death. But, you know, that's just part of it. Like, that's not that's not this like outside horrible force that's like trying to keep you down. That's just part of the being human and part of the process. So try not to feel shame about feeling shame is what I would say.
Nice way.
Yeah. So nice to talk to you.
So nice to talk to you.
I'm gonna
go meet you.
Yeah, good luck with everything. Can't wait to hear what you're working on, and yeah, just go for it. Warts and all.
Yeah, I will.
That's you. Yeah.
Yeah. So very nice to talk to you, and keep doing this live. I really, really enjoy them. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I really enjoy them too. I'm so glad that people are. Everybody's so lovely and nice. I'm so glad about it. So good luck with everything. Oh, you're frozen again. Love you, Ollie. Oh, he's frozen again. But good night and love you, because I can't hear you. Okay. Well, this is so sweet. Okay, guys. Here we go. A little roulette. Wait. I was gonna talk to a little special guest here, and I'm just trying to figure out where they are. Oh, here we go. It's a family affair. It's a family affair.
Hey.
We are family. Hey guys.
Hey, it's good to see you. What a sweetie pie Ollie is. Oh my God.
I know. It's just wonderful. You guys look great.
Hey, just hanging on the couch.
Yeah.
Our spot these days.
Quarantine is really agreeing with you.
You know, what else are you going to do?
Oh, guys.
It's good to see you. It's been too long since I've looked in your face.
I know.
Yay.
We got to like FaceTime audio the other day, but that was it's not the same.
No, it's not.
Not the same as a public conversation, that's for sure.
No, it is not.
No. Can't beat it.
I see your picture hanging on the wall, but I can't speak. You come to me when I call your name.
Guys, you know what I was thinking about? Cheers. Patty, what do you have?
What do you think? Champagne.
Champagne.
I put it in a goblet today.
I should have known. Auntie Patty was the one who taught me that one must have champagne after a show.
Yes, one must.
One must.
We're in movies.
There is something called dignity, and
I don't do it when I'm working. I wait till after.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, it's better. Yeah, every now and then at a party or something.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, you know what I was thinking about? Was the tour that we did together. I guess that was a little over 2 years now.
Yeah, that's
2
right.
years ago. And I was thinking about how at the top of the show, when you guys would start the show and then the curtains would open, and the second Patty started singing and Tuck started playing, there would be hootin' and hollering. There was hootin' and hollering.
That's great.
Just, something that I don't think, it's a different reaction than I sort of get from crowds. It was so, people were so excited, and you had them from like the first note.
It's great. We had a good time. Well, we're opening for you, but
Well, but it was so great because it was like people who like might be like total just rock fans and not, or whatever. It was a whole spectrum of music lovers, some with their different, they might have sort of different little lanes that they are in, but just instantly people were drawn in and so excited.
it was magic. We had the best time.
You set it up really well too, though, because you had a program that told them, don't be shocked when this happens. And I don't know if they had to sign a disclaimer or something, but they had to behave themselves, or they might not even show up.
Yeah.
It seems like there was an implicit warning, and you better act like you like these guys.
This is my uncle and my auntie.
You better be nice.
No, it was an extraordinary experience. We had such a great time. It was wonderful. We got to become like Uncle Tuck and Auntie Patty to zillions of your people. So
You're proud
great.
and an uncle.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. You guys just killed every night. And one of the things that I just think is so exciting is you guys get better. Like, you're at a peak of sort of excellence and refined and everything, all things virtuosic, but like you get better and deeper.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
We're talking about that like in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like the whole idea, and we feel that it's getting better. I mean, because of course, I think everybody who plays and loves it and plays for that reason, you want to get better.
Yeah.
Because there's a lifetime of stuff you have to learn, and we've been playing together for 41 years. We're going on coming up to 42 years, and there's still stuff we haven't done, and we have so much yet to do, and so many things that I hope I get to learn, or at least start to scratch the surface before I die.
Absolutely.
It's incredible.
Absolutely. It feels like you don't even have enough time on earth to learn what you learn. It's just infinitely exciting. It's infinitely rewarding. It's infinitely mysterious. It just is like life on this completely other current that
Highly addictive.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
highly addictive. And you just want to live there all the time.
You really
You just want to
do.
live there. You just want to write music and play music and do music.
The best. Just is.
It's good. So you holding up?
I'm holding up. I'm doing good. I'm, as you know, working on my mom's house.
Yes. We had a great text about that the other day. I went, oh my God. I said, it's just such a testament, Sharon, to how you raised those girls, because you can trust them to go into your house. Because yes, I know they love me. I know she loves me. So sweet.
That's so sweet. I'm glad she's seeing it as the act of love that it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
People are very loved.
Yeah.
Hey, Sharon, I know you're there. I'm talking
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have to kind of destroy in order to create. So have you already finished the destruction part?
The destruction, I had permission to do about 50% of the destruction that I wanted to do.
Oh,
and
that's good.
then the other part, we sort of compromised on on things, and it's gonna be lovely. And I think that by removing some things, you have room to bring new life into the world. You know, you got to kind of make space. Otherwise, sort of your past becomes your present, becomes your future. So, or at least that's my at least that's my pitch. And I'm like,
yeah, that's pretty
I'm
diplomatic.
gonna go in this fucking birdhouse. You have.
It's hard to let go.
Yeah, it's hard to let go. It is. It is. So many birdhouses.
Yeah. It's great.
Yeah.
No, I'm excited to see it. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, guys, tell us what you've been doing during the quarantine. I mean, Tuck's been doing Tuck's Tips on Facebook, which is thrilling. It's
Good.
I
He's
can't
getting
believe-
better and better. It's great.
yeah, free lessons.
Free lessons, yeah.
Yeah.
Except
Tuck's
that
Tips on Tuesday.
free lessons, except I don't know the student. And so it's like free lessons in something you didn't necessarily want to hear, but it's a totally narcissistic exercise to stare at the phone and talk for an hour about anything that interests me. It's all about me. And then, maybe it'll help you, but is that the point?
But that's secondary to.
Yeah. I kind of wish that I knew specifically who I was talking to. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
It varies from moment to moment. The attention span of the average human is quite low.
Yeah.
Watch it. Because most people hear Tuck talk, he's the silent guy who's killing the guitar all the time. And he talks just for a little while, and you get sort of a glimpse into him. But watching him do an hour, you just get to see Tuck. And I've been with him for all these years, and oh my God, I'm just discovering stuff. He's so out there. He's so out there. And people are like, wow, that was like a Zen moment from, from Master Tuck. It's just amazing the stuff he says.
It's true. I feel like so many of the early big like philosophical things about music came from you guys. And just really like the deep philosophical way to think about it.
Do you remember when you were really little the first time you came over? We'd been up and out and about and doing stuff, and we're going to bed. Here, we put all these records out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, here's, Reich, and here's Captain Beefheart. Here's the Blues and the Abstract Truth, and here's
everything.
We just left you with Coltrane, and we just left you with all these records and said, good night. We'll see you later.
And it's a night that I remember vividly to this day, a night that informed my entire life. So thanks for that.
It was a good time. We had a good time, Annie.
Yeah.
We'll have more of them, so I can't wait for your new record. I can't wait.
Oh, thanks. Oh, don't say that you've heard any of it.
No.
Oh, how could we say something
I'm
like
just
that?
waiting.
We can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't heard anything, and it isn't amazing.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Would you like to speculate on what the lyrics are?
No, it's exciting, but this whole time, I mean, I'm sure you the same. Well, you were in the middle of doing your record and stuff, so you didn't have big tours planned, like right away.
Oh,
and we were set, and like we just had to cancel the rest of the year's worth of touring. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So but,
Well, what are you guys are teaching in the meantime? And
we're starting to vamp up our teaching. We put a big sale on our website and stuff. And so we both have students, but we're trying to get more because we're going to be home more. And now we're starting the jazz festivals and festivals we played at over the years are now this summer and for the rest of this year trying to keep things alive. And so acts that they've had there in the past, they're asking during the festival week if they wouldn't mind coming on and doing a little set.
Absolutely.
So that's starting to happen. And,
that's exciting.
That's a good thing to keep them because you want them to be there when we're done.
Absolutely.
It's just that, not only selfishly, but for people to have something. I mean, more of us are going to be going outside doing that. Tuck and I will be in the last group because we're old, so we're hanging loose. So it's just all you guys out there who are young.
Yeah.
Just think of us.
But you know what?
Think of the old
Very-
people who want
Can
you
I
not
say
to.
there is a I think it's the a sort of postmodern internet situation where certain things are like devoid of context and like devoid of whatever association, whatever baggage that people might have had about anything,
Yeah.
anywhere. And so there's like a massive community of young people who are just like, I fucking love jazz.
Yeah.
I love it. And it's so exciting because they're not, they're not the punks in the 70s who are like reacting against things that were too heady or like deeply harmonically sophisticated. It's like people are just open now in a way that I think is so exciting.
It is really exciting. And also all the minds that are working on what we're going to do when we get out of this.
Yeah. And like, and people still want to see shows, even if it's in this limited form right now. We're in a new form. I shouldn't necessarily. Well, I do think it's limited. There's nothing like being in a room full of people watching something happen.
But there's this thing when we did the first one, I wasn't going to do it. Because everybody was doing it. Plus, we were still like in shock. And we're like, oh my, well, we knew early on because our last gigs were Seattle and Portland.
Yeah.
And then we got home and was like, oh my God. And plus, all our friends from Italy and everything were calling us. And going, we don't even understand what's happening here. So we sort of had an idea what was going on. So we kind of started preparing. We got real prepared like first week or so of March. We were like ready to go. We figured what was coming. And, but just, I wasn't, so people started doing concerts and I thought, well, I'm not going to do it yet, because I was still like in shock and laying in the bed and going, okay, this isn't happening. And I'm just going to lay here for a minute. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden my box just blew up. All of our social media was like, we need you guys in Italy. We need you really bad. Yeah. You guys need to come and play for us. And so I got up, I got sick and I got up out of the bed and we did one on that Sunday. I figured, well, this is a trip. We've done interviews. All of us have done stuff like that. And so I figured, okay, that's great. We know how to do that. I had no idea because I'd never done a live of any kind. This is our first Instagram live, even though we've
right. Yeah.
And I thought it would be wonderful, but I had no idea of what to expect. And I felt my heart just burst. And I felt connected to every single person on there because all of a sudden people are going, oh, we're in Venezuela and we're in France and we're in China and we're in we're in New York, we're in Des Moines, we're here. And it was like it was like the World Wide Web actually started to work the way they just wanted it to do.
Right. The utopian
it was like this moment of like, oh my God, it's working, it's actually working. It's working. I felt so moved. Both of us looked at each other at the end of it because, it's like us. We just walked down and sat on the couch and went, what are you going to do? What are we going to do? I don't know. Let's just turn it on. And it was incredible. Yeah. I had no idea I was going to feel that level of emotion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm going like this as an agreement and as a sort of like, damn, yes, you're right. Not a no.
Yeah.
I disagree.
I was blown away if anybody had told me that was going to happen. And that's my whole thing is to get up. I want to connect with every person in the room straight to their heart and everything.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was going to happen over this iPhone sitting in the living room.
Yeah.
Even I felt it. It was amazing.
We looked at each other. He had tears in his eyes. We were both like, whoa, what was that?
Even I felt it.
Yeah. An incredible feeling of community and not being able to see people. I mean, of course, you've been on stage and you know that very often on stage you can't see anybody because of the intensity of the lights. But still, you can hear them and you know that they're physically there.
Yeah, and you can feel them no matter what.
Yeah, but to be able to feel them through the veil of the internet, was, didn't really make sense that it should have been able to happen. Just the fact that some little messages were flashing on the screen shouldn't be enough to turn it into that kind of an emotional, connected experience, but it was.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
It gets me up every Sunday and I put on some makeup and get out. Yeah. Just a reputable, bizarre at home outfit. I even made an effort this afternoon.
You're beautiful. Always. You always look beautiful. And I know this is one thing that people can't know from the internet, but Patty smells amazing. I'm from Patty. Patty's had the same smell as long as I've known you, which is my whole life. So, and it is just the best smell. So, if Instagram is watching this, maybe we can work on that technology, is what I'm saying.
You know what? That's the thing missing.
Smell-o-vision.
And then
Smell
to
it.
be
I
able to
think
go
they
like,
tried it.
Gotta have.
Oh,
good
yeah.
to see you.
Good to see you too.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tux tips on Tuesdays,
Yeah.
perfect alliteration, and then the concerts, which are incredible, on
Same
Sunday.
day. Yeah, 1 o'clock our time, California.
And every
1 o'clock
Sunday?
on Tuesday, 1 o'clock on Sundays. That's when we do them, every Sunday and every Monday.
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday and every Tuesday. This Sunday, though, we're not going to do it because we're going to be performing in the evening. Well, 8 o'clock for New Yorkers and 5 o'clock here for the International Guitar Festival that happens up in Quebec.
Oh,
We've
awesome.
played there a few times over the years, and they
Yes.
asked us to come on and play a set. So we're
Oh,
going to do
that's
that.
great. What, Tuck, are you working on any, are you learning any new crazy new songs or anything that?
Well, not exactly specifically in any sense of the term, but doing these Tux tips things, I make a point of playing stuff that I don't know and that I haven't thought about up front. And
You're playing the guitar at home a lot.
We-
You're getting to
I've been
play
playing the
more
guitar.
than ever.
How weird
now.
is that?
Yeah.
We play the guitar.
I know.
At the old days, he's getting
I
to
know.
play all the time.
Yeah.
I've been doing it too.
Yeah. And I've been talking about playing with a pick too, which is, I mean, I never play with a pick, but that's somehow it worked out that I would talk about playing with a pick. And so that's been kind of interesting because therefore, in order to talk about it, I have to do it. And so
Right.
picking up a pick and playing the guitar with a pick.
That's so thrilling that this has kind of forced you into new ways of being.
I suppose so.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
And actually just sort of forced me into being, if you know what I mean, because you kind of have to, for this, when people are watching you, you actually have to like be there. Right?
Yeah.
You can't just sort of be,
Yeah.
partially there, but within, you have to kind of come out.
You can't be on the nod as you usually.
Exactly. Somebody's got to wake me up, put me in front of the iPhone, put a stick of guitar in my hands, and say, "Okay, go now. You go now."
It's wonderful. Actually, I'm loving it because he's like he's back into it. Like he'll go, "Oh, I'm going down to the kitchen. I'll be right back." And then he doesn't come back for an hour and a half, and I know, and I can kind of hear this little plinking because he picks up the bass a lot these days, so he's playing bass.
Really? Oh, Tuck, I bet you're a great bass player.
Right.
I got to be pretty good. I played the bass lots more than I played the guitar, except for right now while I'm doing this Tux Tips business. But yeah, I like playing the bass, and it's so much more fun now that I can play it because I used to play bass in bands.
Yeah.
And I realized that I played in a lot of terrible bands along the way, and some good ones.
Didn't we all?
Yeah, but some really terrible ones. And I started thinking about it and realized that a lot of the most terrible ones were the ones that I was playing bass in. And I never thought about the causality part of it. But there were some definite feel issues back then. There was no guarantee that the finger would hit the string at the moment when you actually intended it to, due to insufficient technique. And so I believe that now I see I shouldn't have been playing bass in those bands, but now a lot of the musicians who played in those bands are retired or dead, actually. But if I had it to go back, if I could go back in time now, then
You'd be a bass player?
I'd be a better bass player than I was then.
Oh, I was going to say you switched to the bass? Really?
I don't mind. Yeah,
that's new information.
Yeah, I love to play.
It's really hilarious.
It's not funny. Serious. I like to play the bass. You can laugh if you want to, but you play a guitar that's tuned all to one note. So I don't know if you can be in a position to talk about that.
I have no leg to stand on here.
Oh, this is fun. God, I can't wait till we're all together in the same room again.
I know.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah.
Have all the other listeners pretty much signed off
Yes.
yet? Or was this like a total kill
No.
of your audience?
I think it was very successful. We have 1,000 people watching us gab.
Yeah, that's good. Oh.
Well, watching could mean a lot of things because they're not necessarily in the same room with the phone, right? You know, they turned it on. You think that they're there because you think they love you, but they're actually in
They're probably on Instagram on another device watching someone else's live, but just sort of as a gesture of goodwill and pity, really. They're here.
Okay.
So
It's great.
We
thanks,
thank
guys.
them for it. Yeah.
I'm just gonna look at you. I just want to look at you, but we
I
can't.
know. That's pretty good.
You can
know,
have
we
dinner.
like looking at you. Let's
thanks,
be people,
guys.
but we've been doing that for a long time. You're still looking
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
Thanks. You too. You guys look amazing.
Yeah.
Good. We're good.
To those 1,000 people, I would just freely and openly admit that we are so proud of you. You have really done. I mean, I saw what you were saying to Ollie, but you've done just what you were saying, which is just be yourself. Force yourself, or allow yourself to have the kind of weird self-confidence it takes to simply be yourself and dig in as if that's what you're supposed to do. There's a lot of opposition to that. I mean, the nature of life is actually to kind of oppose that. And we're so proud of the fact that that's exactly what you've done. That's why you're so great at
Thanks,
what you
Todd.
do, because you did you. It's inspiring. It's very inspiring.
Thank
We're really
you.
proud.
Well, I used to be very bad at music, so it's nice to be better at it.
Well, everybody starts.
It's great to be better at it.
Yeah, we're all bad. And the carrot's always receding as fast as we're growing. So it's, in our own eyes, we're not that great at any point. But yeah, I mean, I remember when you weren't really as good as you are now. I remember when I couldn't play too. I mean, I'm older, so I got started before you did, so I could play before you were born. But there's a time when
one just has to learn.
Yeah.
You do it. But you did. You had this wonderful. I always call it a gyroscope spinning inside of you, and it kind of caused you to be unerring in your direction. I always thought.
Oh,
really,
thanks.
a lot of people don't have that. It's not like you can be so proud of the fact that you had a fast gyroscope spinning, but you sure did. And what you should be proud of is the fact that you paid attention to it and followed it and didn't resist what was your direction.
Thanks, Tuck.
Sorry to lecture you on how great you are, but not for you.
A stern lecture.
For them. It's for the 1,000.
No, that was so sweet. Yeah, thank you. And well, I learned it from watching you. I learned it from watching you guys be excellent and stepping in on a number of occasions where I was settling for not excellent and then going, this is an act of love, but you need to be better. Yeah.
I'll never forget the first one we did of those. It was really a long time ago, but I felt I said, this is going to sound like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Oh, be excellent.
Be excellent.
Be excellent, Eddie.
Be excellent.
Yeah.
That's it.
We kind of all need to remind each other that.
Yeah.
And there's certain moments in life where each of us really needs that reminder. We were kind of in the right place at the right time, a time or two.
It's wonderful. Are you aching to play out live?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm aching to play. Yeah. It's the longest I've ever gone without getting on an airplane in 15 years.
Yeah, it's
Longest
true.
I've gone
It's really kind of like.
Yeah. Probably easily the longest I've gone without playing a live show. And I think that for we're gonna see how it affects us to not have that particular outlet for a little while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That I think will be the test of whether we go completely crazy. But as you guys said, you know, there's a lot of joy to be had in this communication as well, in this medium. So
we do it for now. We all do it for now, and we're going to do it. Not, I kind of like it, even if we don't have to. I'll probably do it. Still continue to do it. But oh my goodness, the first time you get to actually do it.
Oh my God, and people like it's going to be ravenous and euphoric in a way that I just
terrifying and ravenous and euphoric.
Yeah.
Yeah. But oh my God,
I can't
be incredible.
Meanwhile, it's sort of an exercise in detachment, which I think isn't bad. Right? You know,
wait, what? Exercise in detachment?
Well, I mean, so I think it's happening to a lot of us right now. We can't get a whole bunch of the stuff. We can have a lot of the experiences that we're used to thinking are kind of essential to our staying, you know, our well-being, our whatever, you know, that are important. And then it turns out there are other things that are more essential that maybe we tune into more. I've heard a lot of people say that this has been a time where they kind of were doing this introspection and figuring out really what is essential.
Yeah.
You know, maybe what I do for a living or my attributes or my gender, you know, all this kind of stuff that we kind of identify with. Yeah, maybe it's less essential than
other people is essential, because I know so many friends of ours who are alone. They have sheltered, you know, they had to go in alone, and they've been in alone.
Yeah.
And that's we've not dealt with that.
Yeah.
And that's unbelievable. And even if you see friends and go out in the distance and sit on the, you know, porches and have a glass of wine across the street, you know, just to have somebody next to you, that's a big one. Mm-hmm. I think that's another reason that this format has become so essential.
Mm-hmm. This particular these Sappy hours, which is the third one, and it's all sort of an experiment, but I find it so gratifying to just like what's up, guys? How are we? Mm-hmm. What's going on? Where are you? What's it like where you are? And even though it's not you know, this performance, it's like it's just nice to talk to people and get to know, get to kind of take the pulse of people's quarantine journey.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah. So, well, guys, I love you so much, and
I love you.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you later. I'll write you.
Yeah.
Got stuff to write about. I started writing songs again. I had been writing.
See?
Yeah, it's good.
Thrilling.
Yeah, we got the kids record that you.
I know, we got to figure out.
It's done. It's finished. John was on this close to signing us a thing, and then all this stuff happened. So,
well, yeah, then Corona happened.
We'll finish that up at the end.
It's so good. It's
great,
like we made a kids record. I guess we recorded it a couple of years ago now, but it's basically like a kids record for parents with taste.
Boy,
I know that sounds
little kids really like it.
Oh no, exactly. But it's like music that little kids will love, but also that
their parents
won't. Well, because honestly, part of the inspiration for being like, you guys should make a kids record was I was listening to Rafi, right? And he was singing something about like an elephant, da 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 da, and he didn't rhyme. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, this is kids music. Rhyming is one of the greatest mnemonic devices. You didn't fucking rhyme. It made me unreasonably angry. It made me so angry, and I just thought, like, we can do better. Sorry, Rob. I know you're a national treasure in Canada, but you know, I was just like, God, we got to do better. And you guys could do so much better. So
It was fun. It sounds
Yeah.
good too. It's a great record. So
yeah, it's beautiful.
I'm looking forward to it to coming out. And then
Yeah, me too.
another one. And now I'm writing originals. So hopefully when we come out of this, I'll have 3 records done.
That's exactly like it's so this is the great thing about this time is that it gets to be so generative.
Yeah. And Tuck is playing, so we'll try to get him to do a solo again.
Yeah, I'll actually probably record a solo album.
We really should.
Should. That's the operative. Should.
Yeah, it's good. Well, we got time, so we're not going anywhere.
Yeah, I know.
We're not going anywhere.
Yeah, we're not just going to jump out and go to the beach. I don't actually recommend that in general. Let's just strip off everything and let's just frolic together and rub on each other. Maybe let's hold off on. I'm personally, as much as I'm dying to do that, I'm hold off on that for a little while.
I know. Yes, I'm sure, Tuck, as much as you're dying to go to a beach and frolic on a beach with that pale skin.
Yeah, I'm going to share some molecules.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do it. Let's not share those molecules any more than really necessary.
Let's just keep it. Yeah.
Go to the virtual beach.
Here we are.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, really.
Yeah.
That's it.
Great, T. We love you, Annie.
Well, I love you guys. I'm gonna keep chatting to this roulette of lovely people.
It's great.
Thanks for having us. It's so we really enjoyed it.
I loved it.
Tuck for president, yes.
Tuck for president.
You've wondered, could it be worse? Yeah, it could be worse. Yeah, let's nominate Tuck.
Oh, from Brazil, I presume.
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
Hey guys, I love you. I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. It's a family affair. Okay, here we go. I love them so much. Okay. I'm going the roulette. Wait. Oh. Krisha.
Hi.
Hey.
Oh my God. I didn't really expect that.
I can't see your face yet.
Do you hear me?
Yeah. Are you on a different mode of communication where
I'm on cellular.
Oh, okay. So I won't be able to see you.
I hope you will see me because that would be a bummer.
Okay, maybe it'll just,
I'll move around.
Where are you?
I'm actually, I'm probably will be the first person from CIS to talk to you because I'm in Kazakhstan, Almaty. Have you heard of it?
Wow. You have to tell me everything about Kazakhstan. Oh no. We lost him. Hold on. Let's try one more time. Where are you at? You up? Oh, I don't know if I can find you again. I want to know everything about Kazakhstan. Oh, jeez. Okay, well, hopefully we find you again and get to chat. Okay, so I'll try again with this Lauren Mulhall. Oh, hey! How's it going?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I didn't expect this, but I love it.
What a treat. I mean, for me, not.
It's a lovely treat.
What
I'm
an
over here in
honor for you.
Australia. Huh?
Yeah. Wait, where are you in Australia?
New South Wales. I'm down in a place near Wollongong.
Will you describe to me where that is? Because I don't No.
Yeah, of course. So on the, what side's that? You looking at the map, I'm on that side of the country and down the bottom.
So are you, when you say, was that your right or my right?
I wish I had a map readily available. My right.
You're right. Okay, so like between Sydney and Melbourne?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm about an hour and a half south of Sydney.
What's happening? You guys have kind of crushed it, I feel like, on the response to Corona.
Yeah, we haven't done too shabby, hey?
Yeah.
It's actually, how's it going here? Not bad. Today, the weather's a bit crappy, but we're all seem to be going okay. My uncles both got it. I live with my uncles.
Shit.
Yeah, so they both got it, but they're fine now. They're all good. Luckily, they've ended up being okay and recovered.
Man.
But scary as.
And you never got it?
No. Well, yeah, they got it, and he came running into my room, and he's like, "We've got it. Don't come out." So I basically lived in a bedroom that was like 2 meters by 2 meters for a week until my test came back negative, and I returned back down here with my parents and living with them for a while. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy, scary times because they're big blokes and like you'd think they'd be able to handle it, but it got them pretty good.
Did they get quite sick? Did they have to go to the hospital at all, or was it like?
Yeah, they were being monitored from home, so they had like heart monitors and all that jazz all over. And they were FaceTiming with doctors and things every day and all that. So they're but they're fine now. They're okay, thank God. But yeah,
good. That's wild. I mean, and not to be like the macabre, but you guys just got hit with all the crazy fucking fires, and then just on the heels of it, Corona.
Yeah, talk about like an apocalyptic kind of year, hey.
Yeah, really something. Can I ask you a couple questions? Because you guys in Australia, for those who are not as familiar with Australia, you guys have like lots of different slang for, you basically abbreviate everything and then you have slang.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So I was with my friend Julia Stone. Do you know Julia Stone?
Yeah, damn. Yeah.
So I was with my homegirl Julia, and we were working on some music, and she was like, "Can I borrow a sloppy joe?" I'm not going to do the Australian accent because it's terrible, but like,
go for it. I'm not going to judge.
No, I'll judge. It will just be a shame spiral. But and she was like, "Do you have a sloppy joe I can borrow?" And I was like, "Jules, I think like."
I'm sorry, what? What is that?
I think a sloppy joe in where I'm from in Texas means something very different than I think what you're asking for. Are you asking for a sort of bottom shelf burger bun with sort of chopped slop in between it? Are you asking, is that what you want to eat? You want me to fix you a sloppy joe? And I was like, well, anyway.
No. Yeah,
she wanted a sweater.
Yeah,
she wanted a little sweater. Exactly. Yeah. Just a little sloppy joe. And so I gave her I have a lot of Pantera merch. You're probably too young. You don't know Pantera.
Yeah, I'm like, what is that?
It's a sick band. Don't worry about it from
okay, cool.
Texas actually, but sick metal band. But I had a Pantera sweatshirt that I was able to give her, and so that's a sloppy joe.
Nice. Yeah, that's a sloppy joe. And we got to wear sloppy joe with your tracky dacks. Do you know what tracky dacks are?
What the fuck? No, what is it?
Like sweatpants.
Tracky, but not. So you're not. Those aren't track pants.
Yeah, like tracksuit pants, tracky dacks.
Oh, tracksuit pants.
Yeah.
But a sweatpant is a different thing.
You can. We're pretty lazy though. They're kind of the same thing.
Okay. So tracky dacks, and then shit. What's the other one? Well, I mean, there's so many.
Oh, loads. What else we got? We wear joggers. You know what joggers are?
Are there shoes?
Yeah, joggers. We got our cardi, which I don't know if you guys call a cardigan the same thing though.
Is a cardigan? I mean, it's like Kurt in the cardigan with the glasses, like a cardigan.
Just a cardigan.
Yeah, but but you guys love an abbreviation.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, for sure.
You love an abbreviation. You know, it's like, no, not worth those extra syllables. Let's just cut it off.
We mumble. You know, you just want it to be the one tone. And when you're talking, it's just like, hey, how you going? What's happening? What are you doing? What are you up to?
Yeah.
All one word.
All one word.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's pretty good.
I've had great times in Australia. I really like going there.
Yeah? How many times have you been here before?
I mean, probably like 10.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I like going there.
Would be a big flight.
Yeah. Get my miles.
Yeah. Damn, yeah. Yeah, working them up.
Yeah. No, I really like it. I feel like I've like randomly been to Perth twice.
And you know what?
You've never been. You've never been. I've been
Yeah.
twice. You know what I mean? It's like,
damn. You know my country better than I do.
Well, I know a lot about the serial killers in Australia, but that's a different fun conversation.
Yeah, we've got some quirky killers in our country, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's for sure.
Who's your favorite serial killer in Australia, you think?
Oh, we've got some pretty messed up ones. Like there's some. Well, nothing beats Ivan. Ivan's pretty infamous. Ivan Milat.
Wait, tell me about has somebody?
You haven't heard about Ivan Milat?
Wait, is he Adelaide?
No, he's.
Oh wait, is he the guy where you go? They were in the outback. Or they were
like in the
through?
forest. He got them all. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I can't think of, like, first of all, being in places that are not populated are horrifying to me. Like, like people with, like, a cabin in the woods. What a magical, like, mystical forest adventure. That sounds like my worst nightmare.
Yeah.
So the idea of just like driving through the outback, and there's just really like very few places to stop, and the places that you can stop are like lizard people. Yeah, it's like really sketchy. And then to just be something about dying in the desolate, very scary. It captures my imagination in a way that I wish it didn't, frankly.
100%. Well, I just did a trip out we've got a place called Broken Hill, which is like it's like right in the center of Australia, kind of, sort of, but like on the edge of New South Wales and South Australia. And you've got to drive for like hundreds of kilometers to get there. And you just see all these dodgy cars broken down on the side of the road. And I'm like, that is one of my worst nightmares. I was like, wouldn't want that to happen. Just on these desolate, deserted 100-kilometer straight roads.
Nothing and nobody around for miles. And the people who are around are like intentionally opting out of society. 100%. Which is, that's not like a bad thing in and of itself, but
yeah. But wouldn't, yeah. It's serenity.
Where you live is wonderful, and
I'm very, very, very lucky. I live in a gorgeous coastal town, so.
I was gonna say, you're on the beach.
Yeah. Gorgeous place down on the coast. So very, very lucky. Though we live in a beautiful country, so live anywhere.
Are you guys okay? Are you okay kind of now from the fires?
Yeah, so if you go about 30 minutes south of where I'm at, that's where there and down is pretty much where it was all affected.
Yeah.
But everyone's rebuilding and it's all coming back together again. Got a lot of fundraisers and things, so people are they're all getting it all back together again, which is awesome. It was pretty cool to see how the country and the world came together, and there was a big music festival in Sydney and all these like homegrown artists all performed, and a few overseas. It was pretty rad and raised a lot of money. So
Who are the big Australian acts right now? I mean,
who are
obviously,
the big Australians?
I know they're like Tame Impala, who are from Perth.
Oh yeah, classic.
That kind of stuff.
Well, at that one, they had, who did they have? They had Tina Arena was there. They had, probably, we've just got like classic Australian artists, like Jessica Malboy was there, Delta Goodrem was there. I just saw the Wiggles. The Wiggles didn't perform, but
I love this. I don't know any of these people. I'm so sorry. Not in a shitty way. I just mean I love it's just, it's a different world.
It is 100%.
Yeah.
100%. We had, I'm pretty sure John Farnham performed, Olivia Newton-John performed.
Oh, okay. Yes.
There's a name.
That's one name I recognize.
And then we had like overseas people like Adam Lambert came with Queen, and Alice Cooper came.
He's still on.
Yeah.
Get it,
Yeah.
Alex.
It was a big event. It was pretty sick. Have you heard of the comedian Celeste Barber?
No.
And she like recreates all these models' photographs, and
Is she like an on comedian, or is she like stand up?
They're like Instagram comedian. So
she
started. Yeah, so she started by like taking the piss on like all these models' photos, or like the kind of unrealistic photographs that they kind of take. So she was taking the piss on them and taking her own kind of take on the photos, and became really famous from them. So she did this big charity event in the city.
It's meta.
Yeah, and made tons of money for charity. So
that's great.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah,
it was a sick event. Yeah, it was awesome. What's the time where you're at?
Well, it's 9:17 where I am.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but I'm in central time now.
I don't know if that really makes sense to me.
You know what doesn't fucking make sense to me, Australia, is your fucking time zone that is not an hour, it's 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You're like, oh no, we're 30 minutes ahead.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
I'm pretty sure, where is it? If I cross to, is it Queensland? Yeah. It gets a bit convoluted.
I think it's Adelaide, actually.
Yeah, true.
It's Adelaide where you're like, yeah, I guess I'm 30 minutes ahead.
Yeah.
How the fuck are you supposed to calculate that when you've got a Zoom conference call? I mean, no.
Yeah. It's messed up. But yeah, it's 12:15 midday here. But I think I'm in your future. Today's Friday.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
So the weather in your future will look a bit bleak. It's a bit windy.
Oh, great. Thanks for that.
Yeah, so that's what you've got to look forward to.
It's gonna be bleak.
Yeah.
But anyway. So when did you become a flat earther?
Me? A flat earther? So, I basically was brought into the earth believing it was a flat earth. It's a lifestyle that I lead.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you flat? Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Walk down the street. Yeah. No, it's more. Yeah.
Awesome. Do you play music and stuff?
No, well, I wish. I sing, and I like to think I can sing, but my uncles will tell you differently. But but no, I'm a big fan of music. Music's always playing all the time.
Music's the best.
Or it's like, yeah, I just say I've always got a soundtrack to life happening. I've just always got music. Got me through all my education. Like, people found it really weird. I'd be writing an essay and I'd have my headphones in, blasting music. And people are like,
that's insane.
And they're like, how can you do that?
It's completely insane.
What? It's like
no. I know that people do that, but like,
oh yeah,
couldn't. Yeah, not a chance. If music's on, I'm just like, even in sort of sometimes not in great ways.
What was that?
Sometimes not in great ways. Like if music's on and I'm either like completely immersed in it, or I'm like going through a Rolodex of like, this was made in 1982 and so, like this is. I was in Home Depot today, and I basically just couldn't help but sort of spout off a bunch of kind of Rain Man knowledge of stupid music trivia. So
No, but that's sick. That's awesome to do that. I'm the person, if say I'm in like Bunnings, we have a place called Bunnings. You heard of Bunnings?
is it a euphemism? Is it a nickname for something?
It's like a hardware warehouse. Like, this is just an example. Not like I go to a hardware store all the time, but I go to Bunnings, and like I'll be the person who'll just stand in one room just because the song that is playing on the radio that I like. I'll just stand until it's finished, and then I'll be like, okay, deuces, I'm out, bye.
Okay, yeah, you got to hear it.
Yeah, you gotta hear the whole song.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
There was something, I don't know if you can't see the comments on my feed, can you?
I can. Wait, let me, yeah,
Can you?
I can.
Okay, because somebody just said that David Byrne was dead, and that can't be right.
Wait, what?
That's not.
As in the actor?
No, it was in David Byrne, the musician.
Oh, sorry. We also have David Byrne here in Australia.
Oh,
Friggin' Australia.
that's just Australia specific.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just for you guys.
Yeah. We're like a completely separate entity in this world.
Okay, he's not. Yeah, that was.
I just saw that. Yeah.
That was horrifying. I don't know. That was horrifying. Okay, yeah. That was a joke.
Shock to the system.
Okay, great. Yeah, just
everything is okay.
Jolt of electricity went.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, like I just talked to him. I think so. Okay.
Let's not do that.
Okay, great. Well, I'm so glad you're fine, even though your uncles both got COVID.
Yeah. That was crazy.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're okay. And you're okay, obviously?
Yeah, I'm chilling. I mean, besides my beautiful broken body from so much manual labor, I'm totally good.
What have you been doing? You've been building things?
Yeah. I'm just.
Oh no, I haven't seen. Sorry.
This is the precursor to my HGTV show. This is all promo for. No, nice. I like to make stuff. So.
Oh, rad.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really sick.
Yeah, just like renovating a house.
Oh, okay. Just renovating.
We're talking, yeah, it's fun.
That's sick as. Okay, cool. So when can I wait? So what am I looking forward to? When?
Of me or of
Did you just say that you're making a TV show?
Oh no, it was a joke. I'm sorry.
I'm Australian.
I know you guys. Yeah, you guys don't get it. It's crazy. You guys aren't jovial or.
Yeah. At all. Hey, I'm a flat earther. Everything is flat, even my personality. And
yeah, exactly.
I'm just a straight line. I think it's just.
Well, such a pleasure. I'm gonna say hi to one more person before I think my
Well, what a delight. Thanks for
chatting with me. What a treat.
Yeah.
Thanks for picking up. Some people don't. So
yeah. Well, I've got nothing else to do. I'm not doing anything, so most excitement I've had in 2 months. How long have we been on lockdown? Pretty much. But anyway, peace and love. Take care.
You too. Really nice to talk to you.
Yeah. Take care.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, guys. I think my battery's gonna die in 1 second, but I'm gonna just do another roulette. Oh God, that was so scary when I read a thing about David Byrne. That was really that was a real horror show for a second there. Okay. Oh God damn it. How do I click the fucking. Okay, here we go. All right. Oh. Trophy wife. Love the sound of that. Waiting.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Where are you?
I'm in Ireland.
Oh, where in Ireland?
I live in Dublin. Sorry, I'm putting on my glasses. I can't see.
You can't see. Yeah.
Now I can
It's
see.
so. Oh my God! It's so late there.
Yeah, I don't know. Like quarantine has my sleep schedule a little bit backwards. So
Are you a full night owl? What's your?
yeah, pretty much. I don't know. We go till the sun comes up usually, and then we start. You know how it is.
Wait, you go like you're raging and partying hard.
Oh yeah, on my
Oh
own.
yeah.
It's self-isolation. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I can tell you're mid-party. Do you want me? I can call you back.
Oh, it's okay. I can take a
Yeah.
break. It's not that exciting, you know.
Okay, that's good. How's it going in Ireland?
Yeah, it's pretty okay. Like I don't know. They've started to like loosen the restrictions a little bit just from yesterday or from Monday. And yeah, it means you can go outside with like 4 people and like, all that sort of stuff. But it's not great yet, but it's something, it's moving slowly.
When you're saying there's 4 people can go, like 4 people are allowed to be in kind of close proximity-ish, or when you said there are 4 people can go, what is that? 4 people in a store?
No, it's 4 people 2 meters apart with like a mask and gloves on and stuff.
Okay.
So, I'm very affectionate. I like to hug the homies, and I can't do that at this time. So it's hard, but it's good to still see people,
Are you quarantining alone, or you're in your party, in your frat house?
my party bachelor pad here.
Yeah.
No. I'm actually with my folks. I'm back home.
In Dublin?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So you're from Dublin.
Yeah. I'm from Dublin.
So where do you go when you're, like, you said you're back home with your folks?
Yeah. Well, I go to school, so I've actually just finished. I've just finished my degree, so I go to school here. Yeah, thank you.
What did you get a degree in?
Well, we're yet to get it, but we're trying. We've submitted everything. I'm an English major.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
What are you going to be, the next Sally Rooney?
Oh, girl. Yeah. Well, God, I'd love that.
Are you a writer, or
no? Well, okay.
Going more academic with it?
The T is like, was I a born academic, ladies? No. Like, do I love like deconstructing all that shit, reading, writing? I love it. I live for it. Let's go academics. But I think when it comes to like actual stuff, like definitely like music is my thing. But interestingly, English has informed music so much. So I won. I lucked out.
Yeah, I bet, because you have something to write about, because you have all of the stories and all of the archetypes and all of the everything in your head.
Yeah, for sure. It gives you such an understanding of people and motivations and why people do things, and so blessed.
Mm-hmm. Hashtag
blessed.
Yeah, hashtag blessed. I feel like blessed and hashtag blessed have a very different connotation.
For sure. Like it's two types of people in this world. Blessed and hashtag blessed.
I think you're completely right. Yes. I think the world can be completely divided into those two camps.
For sure.
Yeah. So what time is it there right now?
It's like 3-ish in the morning, in around that time.
Wow. What time do you wake up?
Well, girl, like, I mean, you're gonna call me out like that, like.
No, I didn't. Oh, that sounded like, well.
No. Don't worry. I try. Like, I mean, we're trying to work it back slowly. Waking up like 11 midday. Like, it's not. But like, what I got to be doing, really, like, what I ain't doing nothing.
Yeah. And also, it is summertime, so it's not. What I have found particularly depressing at certain points. I think a lot of times when I've been on tour is going to sleep very late and it's winter, and so you wake up and it's like 2 p.m. and then the sun goes down at 4, and that's a particular like cycle of just like real depresso.
Yeah, it's
This fine, and we're in the midst of a complete suspension of time and all of that stuff. So
yeah,
no,
usually I'd be a bit more like, but you know, I mean, time isn't real at the moment anyway, so
yeah.
it's totally fine to.
What else? What's happening in your childhood bedroom? Is it still the same?
Yeah, it's actually really interesting because I decorated my bedroom when I was like 17, went through like so we've got many pictures of Joni Mitchell on the wall, which
Oh,
like
that's wonderful. I feel like that is
can
not your average 17-year-old's bedroom. And
yeah, I don't know, like my favorite band like my whole life, like not exclusive to like anything, has been Steely Dan. So I have all like Steely Dan for real, yeah. I've seen them 3 times in concert, I think.
Steely Dan is like probably my favorite band.
No way.
Yeah,
Wow.
I've listened to so much Steely Dan. It's crazy. And also gone to see them.
Iconic. Best live band I've ever seen, like hands down.
Yeah. I mean, R.I.P. Walter Becker.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Have you ever actually checked out any of it? You probably have, but like, have you ever checked out any of Walter Becker's solo stuff?
Yeah, 11 tracks of whack.
Oh, it slaps, right? And everyone so underappreciates it. Like everyone's like 11 tracks of what? And I'm like,
no.
Just listen.
It's a good record. It's in Donald Fagen solo records too.
Oh, I was actually named after a Donald Fagen song, which is so funny.
Really?
Because,
what is it? I'm sorry, what's your name?
My name's Ruby.
Ruby.
Mm-hmm. So really? Ruby Baby, you know, the Donald Fagen version.
Yes.
I know he didn't write it originally, but like his arrangement of it is the best. Well,
yeah.
One of the best, I think.
Yeah. I think I was talking to my friend Ginny Lewis, who's a great musician, great songwriter, everything. I love her, and such a bro. And she informed me that, which I didn't know, was that she got up and sang "Dirty Work" with Steely Dan when they were doing these things at the Beacon Theater in New York, where
the residency, yeah,
the residency where they perform an album start to finish, and I saw them do The Royal Scam and Asia. Yeah. Steve Gadd must have been like so high when he really it. Yes. I think that's the legend. It's just like, wow. Like cocaine on a mixing console kind of shit. God, I think music probably used to be so much more fun. But yeah, so she got up and sang "Dirty Work" with them. I was just like, Lewis, that's the coolest thing. I can't believe you didn't lead with that in this.
Yeah, the whole. Yeah, why was that the
start with that?
Yeah, "Dirty Work's a great fucking song, and they don't perform it enough. Like I saw, as I said, I saw them 3 times, and out of those 3 times, I think they played it one of the times, and I was just like, they're losing my mind in the crowd. You know what I mean?
I know. Yeah.
They just don't play it.
Well, because also I think because that's Can't Buy a Thrill. So Donald Fagen wasn't. I think he was uncomfortable with his voice, so he had all the session singers come in and sing. So like half the record is Donald Fagen singing, and then half the record is. I'm sorry, I don't know the name.
I don't know his name. So he is like, apparently I looked him up, and apparently that was like one of the only things he ever did. Like he just sang on that record and then was like, peace out, I'm out, like, you know. And then I just think that's so funny because I always was under the misconception that it was Michael McDonald on the first record.
Yeah,
you know, where he sang on a lot of Asia.
He has a Michael McDonald kind of tone of times are hard. Like
yeah. Yeah, it's not him, sadly. That would be. I know he sang on the later albums, but like I just have this fantasy, so just like let me
live. Run with it, please. Yeah.
You know, I just feel like he's on the first album, and like he's the reason why we sang. You know. Yeah.
You've probably seen the Steely Dan, the Asia. No wait. Yeah, it is the Asia documentary.
Oh my goodness, I've watched it so many times. Just like. Insane.
Yeah, The yeah, the Chuck Rainey. I remember being. I don't know if I even told the story on one of these Sappy hours, uh, but I remember being playing at a blues club in Dallas and going to see Chuck Rainey play. I mean, he wasn't playing any Steely Dan. He was, obviously doing his own things, his own compositions. At the time, he lived like, I don't know, like 45 minutes away from Dallas. And I was like, holy shit, it's Chuck Rainey. And I got a t-shirt and I got my picture taken with him.
Oh, she did it all.
And yeah, and I think I was probably like the only 17-year-old girl who was like, Chuck Rainey, man, you bro, like, he probably was not as used to like.
You guys are like who? Like
Yeah,
demographic who? Like we don't know her here.
I know. For those of you who don't know, Chuck Rainey played bass on a lot of Asia, and in the documentary he talks about playing in the chorus of Peg. He's like, Donald Fagen and Walter Becker were like, no slapping, that's so passe. Sorry, slapping the bass. And then so he kind of like turned, and that's where he was like, doom do 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 doom do 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 do. So anyway, so he did slap the bass, and it ended up being a real lift in that chorus. So
bass is iconic.
It's great. It's okay. You can sing it,
Yeah, I think it's so funny how like anal like Donald Fagen is about music, like relatable, like same. But I just feel like it's so funny because like when you hear interviews with people who've worked with him, like the drummer on Asia as well, I cannot remember his name. I don't know if you.
Well, it's a lot of Steve Gadd on that.
Yeah.
Or Jeff Porcaro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I remember seeing an interview with him where he was saying that like literally they would just get him in like time and time again to play like just the hi-hat part, like literally like the 4-bar hi-hat part, and they were like no, it needs to be tighter, needs to be looser, sounds too mechanic, sounds whatever. And it's just like crazy to think of like how grueling that must have been, such a test of your musicality, do you know?
Totally. And they would have different studio bands working on the same songs. Bernard Purdie, thank you, somebody. Yeah, Bernard Purdie, because he's the famous Purdie Shuffle.
Yeah.
So that's like Babylon Sisters and stuff. Like that. So yeah, Bernard Purdie, Jeff Porcaro, or Steve Gadd plays the solo in Asia though. Can somebody?
I'm pretty sure that is.
Confirm that.
Waiting for confirmation from the stands.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, so that's Steve Gadd on Asia. Yeah, great, incredible solo. But yeah, they would have different bands going in different studios playing the same song to just go like, who's got the best feel, who's got the best vibe, who's all that stuff, which is so exciting. But I think that's why those records you can listen to them passively and you can listen to them actively, which is a real kind of like combo platter, because you could just be like, you could be people who aren't like completely obsessed with music and really enjoy it, and then you could be us and just be like, wow,
just us obsessively like listening to the one bass line over and over again, being like, this is
amazing. What is and just the sophistication of the composition, but it doesn't sound, to me at least, it doesn't sound nerdy. It's not like great.
Yeah, it's not super contrived, but it's definitely thought out. Like,
yeah.
Would you have a favorite Steely Dan album?
I would say the Royal Scam.
Oh shit! Really? Wow.
Yeah. I mean, there are great moments on other ones. One of my other favorite Steely Dan songs would be like "Home at Last," which is
great song.
That's on Gaucho, right?
Yeah. No, it's on Asia, isn't it?
Is it? I think you're right. Wait, Gaucho is.
Oh my god, that song. Breakdown in that. I actually have a painting of the. Can you see? Hold on. Can you see that's the cover art of Gaucho there?
Oh, it is. Yes.
Yeah, it's a painting that someone did.
But I heard that on Gaucho, Walter Becker was like slightly less involved because he got into a car wreck.
Yeah, I heard that too. I didn't know if it was true.
Yeah, so Donald Fagen had to sort of finish it, and so like sonically, it's just a little bit different.
Mm.
It's still great. It's just a little bit like Walter Becker wasn't, I think, in the room in sort of the final touches of that, whatever the sonic stuff.
Yeah. I like that about it though. I like that it kind of stands apart a little bit.
Yeah. Glamour Profession, great song.
Great song.
Yeah.
Is there any bad songs though? Like let's be truly honest here.
There's not a bad song. I don't need to hear like, there's certain songs that I don't necessarily need to hear again and again. Like I could probably not hear Black Friday all the time. Well, I don't know. Then I listened to it recently and I was like, huh. Is that on the Royal Scam?
That is on the Royal Scam. That's actually funny you bring that one up because I saw like it wasn't like I don't want to say a covers band because a covers band sounds a bit like, you know, but just a band that played other people's songs, okay? And they did a cover of Black Friday, but like they didn't like get anyone to sing it. They just had this like guy like blowing all over it, like just doing a guitar solo the whole way through. And like because it's like technically just like a blues shuffle, really.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's perfect for soloing over. So I was kind of like when I heard it like that, I was like, actually, wait,
it's pretty sick. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's just a blues shuffle. Showbiz Kids. Show business kids making money. No, they don't get. But like Lost Wages, which is a euphemism for Las Vegas, and that was, I think, subconsciously, like a reason why it was like Lost Ageless. I was trying to sort of, I don't know if it was conscious or unconscious, but that definitely was like some kind of a creative factor. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, sorry. What's your favorite?
Oh man, that's rough. I don't know, like if we're talking like whole albums, like I think like Asia is obviously their masterpiece in my opinion, like quintessential. And that was like I kind of went about it really right because you know when you tell people to listen to Steely Dan, there's such a huge discography, like people get thrown.
And also a lot of people just fucking hate Steely Dan. A lot of people are like
dad rock.
Dad rock or like, dad rock, but like, I think the people who would proselytize about Steely Dan, it probably was like another big cross section of like jazzers who would shame people about music when they would talk about what they liked. So that I think kind of would turn a lot of people off from the Dan. But sorry, but so Asia, total masterpiece.
Yeah, no, I love Asia, but I also love Gaucho, and I also love Can't Buy a Thrill, which I know is like a little bit controversial.
No,
but I think
that's a great record.
Just like as a whole.
Isn't Pretzel Logic on no, that's on Pretzel Logic, duh. Do.
I love a song off off Can't Buy a Thrill, the kind of dueling guitars on it. Brooklyn knows the charmer under me. Do you know
such a great song. Yeah, I had that in my head the other day.
And just the guitar lines always just in like when I'm like in transit, like on a train or something, that guitar line will always come into my head. I don't know why. And it's just like little things like that off that album that are so like integral to the sound, but like so small in and of themselves. I don't know. It's so cool.
Yeah. Oh, and then what's one of my favorite ones on Can't Buy a Thrill? That solo is like bato, 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 dato, 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 do that, 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 do that.
Oh, Fire in the Hole.
Thank you.
There's fire in the hole. Great song.
Okay, I could keep going, but I won't.
No, I know it. I attempted to learn it on piano. She's not easy. There's a million chords, as there is with all the songs.
Crazy.
I know. And didn't they create that chord, like the mu major chord on guitar? Like they created like some sort of like it's not a new chord, but it's just a different version of like basically the major seven, which is like the quintessential Steely Dan chord. There's all sorts of things about it on the internet.
I want to know all those things.
I'm sure you're
I
already
don't know.
playing those things, but you're just
if I do, I'm unaware of it. I want to know.
yeah, they created
Real,
this
real shit.
whole thing apparently, which is like I believe it. I think they created a lot of stuff in terms of like fusion or whatever, but like they're just the best. Like they're just cool. I don't know.
I think they're cool too. A lot of people don't think that, but I think they're missing. Donald Fagen is one of the cruelest lyricists on the planet.
Oh my God, heartbreaking, heartbreaking.
Ooh, oh, what's the one? You know, the one that I only sort of understood more recently is "Pearl of the Quarter," which is on. I guess that's on Katie Lied. Is that?
Yeah, I think so.
And it's about this guy, or it seems to me to be about this guy who's in New Orleans and falls in love with a prostitute, and is just like, if you see her, tell her I love her. We promised. She promised me we'd go off together, and just like, oh, savage, totally savage.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. Like, I mean, I really like jazz, which I know is like, ooh, but I know like jazz rights ladies, but like, I feel like that it's such like a nice bridge when you hear like Steely Dan, for me anyway, because it's like really familiar to my ears in terms of like jazz theory and shit, but it's also appropriating it in a way that's so pop. And I've tried like so hard to emulate that in my own music, and it's just something that like you cannot emulate, which is like amazing in and of itself.
It really is. It's so varsity level. It like beyond. It's varsity level harmonic sophistication because, like, it manages to be so listenable and so melodic and so musical, whereas like you can go full on harmonic sophistication that's like varsity level and sort of less listenable. I'm talking like post-modal jazz, or even like some kind of like sometimes bebop for me. I'm like, too many notes.
It's a bit.
It's brilliant, but I'm like, and then you like go past that and you're in like Schoenberg territory, or in like, I know the future of music is microtonal, which is what a friend of mine is like, the future of music is microtonal. I'm like, no, people love the major keys. That's just like, I'm not sure about that, but so it just manages to sit right in the middle of like being so musical, so harmonically sophisticated, but to my ear at least, it's not throwing it in your face, the sophistication, or like, you need to listen because it's just so musical. And I don't know anybody, I can't think of anybody else. I mean, I guess the 70s were such a period of that. I mean, there's obviously like Herbie and like the Headhunters stuff, but that doesn't have vocals, so things without vocals kind of become instantly less like pop or palatable. And nobody could really touch them because they just like could outplay you and outright you.
Yeah, didn't you, I don't know if I have my facts right here, but like, didn't you go to music college, or you went to somewhere?
I did.
Oh, she did it? Okay. Because I think that's really interesting about like Donald Fagen. Like he did like music, he studied music, and then he was like, no, and then he switched to English, which is like me being like, that's the reason I switched, ladies. You know, like I think it's just
you got to have something to write about.
For sure.
I saw that happen to a lot of kids when I was at Berkeley, and people would start writing about writing music. I was like, ooh, bud, that ain't that interesting.
Yeah, I went to music college too, and I did that before I did English, and I don't know, I did enjoy the experience, and obviously like I learned a lot or whatever, but I just felt like I was kind of like, is this giving me like tools that I can't, like, is this giving me tools that I can't really appropriate into like I don't know, it just for me felt like that music was becoming very like paint by numbers, you know, in terms of like with all
Yeah.
that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I think the best way to do it, I mean, it's good to have some kind of vocabulary where you can talk to other musicians who also have the same vocabulary, but so much, I mean, half the time when I'm trying to describe like, oh, it should be like this is this, it's like completely non-musical, non-literally musical terms. Like me and my buddy John Congleton used to say, like, make it sound abortion-y, you know, or like, you know what that means. Like, it doesn't, you don't have to go like, well, why don't you play a tritone followed by, you know, it's like, oh, boring. So it's just like, it's great to have different tools and have some craft to be able to get at different things when you need to, but you just kind of need like ears and ideas. And then you can figure the rest out. I mean, with the internet, you can fucking figure anything out now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And I think that, I don't know, sorry, I'm gonna gas you up for a second, but I think that, like, I was thinking as you're talking there about, like, one of my favorite songs of yours, Mass Seduction, like, I think that it's just, like, it's tea. But when you look at that as, as a musical whole, like, I mean, I think the first thing that I hear when I hear something like that is, like, the level of, like, inherent musicality, which is, like, just something, obviously, you can't teach. And I think, like, music theory and, like, going to school, like, gives you the vocabulary in a way to express those ideas, but those are ideas that are formed like not in the realm of music. Those are ideas that are formed in other areas of your life. And I think like Mass Seduction as a song, as with lots of other songs in life from your catalog, from other people's catalog, but like it's like a particular way of expressing like a coherent whole of something. So I just think that like that's really cool.
Thanks.
So like,
Thanks. I mean, if you looked at what the basic chords are, you go like, oh, that's a blues. But like, kind of not. Yeah, and writers write about like ideas and write about people and write about the human condition. They don't necessarily write about music. I don't know if I said that very well, but like,
no,
it's
definitely.
So great that you have that. You're like, no, I mean, I have ears and I have ideas, so I want to make sure that I have this like great grounding and in the history of storytelling, which is what music so is anyway.
Yeah, and like don't get me wrong, like I love music theory and I think that it's so valuable, and I think learning and going to school is obviously so valuable too, and I'm very grateful I got to do it. But I feel that at the same time, like that, like the line between music and like music as an academic sort of practice is like very fine. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's very like it's not really something that you can academize. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of people, I think, sort of they boil it down in a certain way about like education versus feeling, and people will kind of pit those two things against one another. And I think that is the wrong dichotomy. I think that's the wrong mashup. It's like, let me think. I hadn't really thought this thought through before I just jumped out on a.
No, get it, girl. Flesh it out.
Just riffing, you know, like jazz, like
yeah, just riff it off. Bebop.
Because I feel like there's just must be a nexus of the two where someone's pushing, but and like really connected to the heart side of it, which is what we love about music, but also is able to present that in ways that are like new or I don't know what I'm really saying. Just I don't think it's necessarily like you either have feeling or you're educated. There's a
Yeah, they're hard to mesh. Like the two
yeah.
are hard to mesh. But I think the thing about it is like what I've experienced anyway, like me with like no experience, but like what I've experienced in my no experience is that like uh kind of that exactly, like kind of being like, okay, well damn, first of all I know nothing. Second of all, like that's totally okay because that's where like it's gonna come from. And
Mhm.
third of all, like all the stuff that I have learned and like it's not gonna come out in like that methodical way of like I learned the fucking like Mixolydian mode, so I'm gonna come out and like have this amazing solo. It's like no, this is something that you internalize and this is something
Yeah,
that you learn like around, and then it just like adds to like an essence because music, like being musical, having musicality, like that's an essence, like that's something that comes, you know what I
totally.
mean? So
Absolutely. And when I think about Mixolydian, which I tend to a lot, it's like it's this great happy medium between a major, like between the potentially saccharine thing that full major can do, and like, yeah, we're cool. Like we're cool.
mhm.
Like we're good. We're happy. Like we're upbeat, but we're not like, you know, uh, uh, I don't know. I'm losing the plot a little bit, but it, like Mixolydian is the vibe. It's like
Mm. But you're not there, like you're not there thinking like now I will play the Mixolydian and you will all be wowed by what I, you know what I mean? It's not like that sort of like, it's not that.
no, no, not at all. In fact, half the time I'm reaching, I'm like, I'm not sure what it's gonna sound like, but cool, whatever.
I see.
Half of it may be just like a total train wreck, but half of it may be cool. I think it was Miles uh, Davis. Miles,
Mr. Miles Davis.
yeah, he's like, there's no wrong notes. It's just the note you play after it that
That
like,
decides whether it's
yeah, exactly. And also, you never really know like when some of that education will come in handy. Because I'm finding that like recently some of the like has been really helpful in writing. And I have this other theory. I have this other theory that because a lot of pop music has become very driven around loops, very like, okay, here's 4 chords and sometimes just 3 that we're kind of going around and around. Um, I think that pop music melodies started to become really mellifluous, very like lots of notes in a melody, because they were essentially making up for the fact that there was no harmonic change whatsoever. Like they're making up for the fact that back in the day they would have gone to the minor for the minor relative minor for the chorus, or like would have gone here for the bridge, and things would have like this harmonic arc would have happened without you even consciously knowing it. And instead, people were like, well, there's only these 4 notes, but we want this excitement, we want things to happen. So I know melodies have got to be like and dot dot dot, and we're horns too, and we're all this shit. And I think a lot of that in writing could sort of be remedied with like, nah, bro, just like study the great shit and see where like they go, like,
yeah.
and study why they, not why they go, but listen to things you like and figure out why you like them.
But I think that's like the really cool thing about pop music, like from what I've seen, like growing up, like being a kid in kind of the early 2000s, listening to that, whatever. I think that like pop is becoming like really intentional again. Like, you know what I mean? Like really, not that it wasn't intentional, but I mean like having that sort of substance. Because I think like mindless pop, if you want to call it that, has such a place. Like, I mean, really does. But I think that like you're starting to see like pop music really like circling back to the 80s, circling back to like our queen, like Whitney Houston, circling back to like the complex music of like Steely Dan, like jazz, whatever. And it's kind of like that's becoming the mainstream again, which is like really interesting. And I think like from the point of view of like, you'll probably feel this too, but like writing music or trying to create music, like that's just such a cool and interesting thing because there's like really no limitations on what you can do at all. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's true. And yeah, and it's so postmodern. People don't have baggage about like, oh, we don't like this because like there's not, in some ways it's a good thing, in some ways a bad thing. There's not the same tribalism I think that there was. Like where, oh, I like this band, so that fucking defines me and that makes me like, you're over there. Like I like Joy Division, so who are you? Like
yeah. You can't
take
sit
your
with me.
Bananarama and go
Yeah.
fuck yourself.
Get your Pantera ass over there.
Exactly. Yeah. I will not have you speak ill of Pantera.
No. I'm saying like, people would say that to you. I've had it said to me. Don't worry,
Yeah.
Pantera. We stand Pantera in this house. It's okay, ladies. Don't worry.
Yeah. No, it's true, and it's so in some ways it's like wonderful that a lot of the baggage of the tribalism has been knocked down. There's a flip side of that too, which is sort of like I miss the day. I sort of miss the days when like I don't know,
Cult sort of pop.
yeah, I just
Yeah.
defined myself by the music that I liked.
Oh, me, like that was my personality trait, but here we
Yeah.
are. Yeah, but yeah,
This
it's
is who I
cool.
am. I'm not sure who you are. I'll find out who you are by looking through your case logic.
You know, looking through your iPod Nano, like I think it's so, I don't know, music is just so formative like that. I see my best friend in the chat, like promoting me in the chat, so like we love that. Thank you.
A real fan.
I know, my number one fan. Yeah, well, I hope like if your friends aren't your fans, like who are your fans then, I guess, you know?
Yeah. Took a long time, I think, for my friends to be my fans.
Really?
Yeah, I remember early days like playing them stuff and they'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I get that too. Like, it's kind of pretty divisive. Like, I have some friends where literally I can play them like something I've recorded into my phone, and they're like, "This is the best thing. You're changing the world." And I'm like, "I'm really not. Like, I'm really not." And then there's things that I'll work so hard on, and I'll be like, "Oh, like you know, you can take a listen if you want or whatever." And then all my friends are like, "What is this?" You know, like you know.
I know. It's sort of usually is the case that your favorite of your own work is nobody's favorite. Nobody's favorite. Yeah,
literally,
in my experience, it's like the stuff that I'm like, yeah, that was such a. It's like I wrote no one's favorite song today.
I know, and it's like the one that you think is like, oh, it's fine, whatever. People are like, I love this song, changed my life, and you're like, okay, well, I wrote it in half an hour, but okay, you know.
Well, but sometimes that's just the shit. You're like, oh, it kind of somehow already existed, but I was lucky enough to grab it and cool. Yeah. There's no correlation in some ways between like the time spent, well, that isn't true. Like sometimes there's no correlation between the time spent on a song and the quality of a song.
No, that's tea.
I don't know
like,
if that's true. I'm just throwing it out there.
No, sure. I think it is true because I think you live with ideas for a long time before they come out. You know what I mean? And like, even if it's something as simple as like living with like, I don't know, a little guitar riff you've been working on, or living with like a really big concept of something that's, you're like, oh, this was from my childhood, but I'm just kind of writing about it now. You know what I mean? Like that sort of thing.
For sure. For sure. Yeah. I'm excited to check out your stuff.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm excited to put it out. Like just finished college, so like I'm pretty much just focusing on this now, which is like,
just go for it, man.
Just you know, out here, you know, living my dream. No, but it's great. It's great. It's what I've always wanted to do, so I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah. Fucking go for it.
Yeah. Well, I hope. You know?
We all hope. We all hope.
Yeah, true. But I don't know. I think it's when it's enough for you to like just enjoy making music, like that's, you know, I kind of like have that for myself of kind of like, you know what, it's just like that's enough, like on that level, and anything else above that is like a bonus. Like if other people enjoy it too, that's a bonus. But like as long as I enjoy doing it, which is a cliche, but it's true. So
No, it is. It is true. It is true. I mean, if you got to make things that you love, and because if you don't, I don't know. I mean, maybe some people will love it still, but I don't know that it's as intrinsically satisfying. And then it's like, why the fuck are you doing it?
yeah, and I think it's a lot harder to stand behind something if it's something that you don't love yourself. Like, you know, like I someone once asked me before, like, I don't know, like, which is such a strange question, but like, you know, someone I was talking to someone, they were saying, what are you doing after college? I was saying, doing music, blah blah blah. Do you make music? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Is it good? And I'm like, well, like, but I don't know. In that moment, I was like, you know what? You just kind of have to be like, yeah, like it slaps. Of course it slaps. You know what I mean? Like you can't, you don't have the room to be like, that's not me saying it's better or worse than anybody else's, but you have to have it as like, no, 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 I really stand beside this, and I think it slaps. You know?
Yeah, you absolutely. You got to.
Because you'll get eaten alive otherwise by everyone else. You know?
Yeah, and people are they'll love what you do and hate what you do, and cool. Like, as you know, there's like a certain point you're just like, oh, I don't give a shit.
No,
I'm gonna make shit that I love, and you know.
Yeah, but it's so true. It's like what you were saying earlier about like it's a privilege to be hated almost by people, or your music to be disliked by people, because it's like,
yeah, it means that they. I can't think of anything worse than being like, yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, yeah, it's good. Oh, yeah. Like,
yeah,
no.
yeah. No, you want people to be like, this triggered my trauma. This triggered all my repressed emotions that I've not been expressed. Like, you know, you want people to come out here being like, or like that guitar loop that threw me. You know, like you just, I don't know. It's
Yeah, you want to have people have a strong reaction to it one way or the other. I really do think like music for everyone is music for no one.
True, like coffee table music. Oh, like I mean, it's just such an interesting thing when you look at people who have like multi-million record sales, but like you listen to their music, and I ain't hating. Like, I mean, I will stand anyone's music, really. There's no music I don't like, but it's kind of a thing of like, how is that what appeals to the masses? And it's because you don't have to actually listen to it. It's just music that's noise, you know?
Well, it's interesting because I feel like with like Spotify or the certain streaming things, like there's a lot of music that is intended to be played on a playlist and be sort of ignored. Like, oh great, I can put this on and do data entry to it or something. Like there's a lot of that kind of music, and I think like there as imagine you are, like I tend to be an active listener of music. Music's on, and I'm there. I'm not like, oh, I can't just kind of sort of tune it out. So,